When the Taliban regained control over Afghanistan, they wanted to reassure the world that they're a new Taliban. They're not going to do all of the things that they did before, cracking down on a number of different civil rights, and in particular on women's rights. And along the way, as we've updated you month by month, that has been proven to not be the case. It's gotten even worse in the last week, with the Taliban ordering Afghan female news anchors to cover their faces while on air. They say this is final and non-negotiable. Only several news stations complied, but now the Ministry of Vice and Virtue, always a good sign in a country when you have a Ministry of Vice and Virtue, has begun enforcing the mandate, and almost all female anchors have their faces covered while on air. Initially, some reporters had resisted the mandate. One, Sonia Niazi, says, "We resisted and were against wearing a mask, but Tolo News was pressured and told that any female presenter who appeared on screen without covering her face must be given some other job or simply removed. Seeing your face is a fireable offense." We do have this. Some of the men at this station have gone masked as a sign of solidarity. You can see that in this clip.
سایر رسانه‌های دیداری این دستور را عملی کردند. خبرنگاران و کارمندان مرد تولو نیوز نیز برای ابراز همدردی با گردانندگان زن در تلویزیون با ماسک ظاهر شدند. اخپلواک ساپی رئیس تولو نیوز میگوید که امروز یکشنبه آخرین مهلت برای عملی شدن این دستور بود.
موږ ته ویل شوی چې د ټاکلي مهلت د نن دغه دستور عملي کوو او نن موږ هم دا کار وکړو خو زموږ ملاحظې لا هم په دوو دلیلونو په خپل ځای پاتې دي. اول دا چې
So just to make sure that you know the comparison, in Afghanistan, the men are willingly wearing masks to show solidarity with women who are having their rights stripped away. Here in America, men won't wear masks to literally save the lives of themselves and their family members. JR, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's things like this. It shows of solidarity that the point of it then would be to highlight the problems with this or the ridiculousness of this type of thing. Because we get caught up in normalcy, what we think is normal. And we can't have a woman show her face on camera because it goes back to the Barnes and Noble's conversation. Why? If you ask them, so why not? And they'll say, God told us to and everything, but why? What then is gonna happen to the viewing public? Are their heads gonna explode? Are they gonna all rush to the station and wanna get a closer glimpse of her nose? It's the logic has to be shown and put on full display. And most people are kind of afraid to because then again, the authoritarian wings of these types of groups will scare people into not speaking up or not acting up. Sounds a little bit familiar, right? Because we may implement these types of things and we say they're just based on Christian values, but isn't that the same thing groups like this say? And yet we still say we're better than them. We say, oh yeah, the Eastern religion that sucks, but the Western one is superior. It's the same approach. It's just some are more severe than others. And then as we work our way towards that severity, we might find ourselves in that same place. So the allyship and people actually showing this up is actually what's needed, and we need it earlier than what they now have to do in this particular situation with the Taliban.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right. It's the same thing. It is just men who are to their very core. Like you can break open their bones. There's no marrow in there. There's just weakness and fear and ignorance and being terrified of women above all else. I mean, they're scared of a lot of stuff. Women and any other race, similar. They're very scared of that, but they're especially scared of women, terrified of them, especially of them working. The idea that they might be independent, that they might have interests outside of a relationship with these incredibly weak, ignorant men. And the Taliban do not have a monopoly on male weakness. You can see it every day in American media, American politics. It's everywhere. And it is the thing that is holding us back most as a society.
Damn, John. Anyway, weakness replaces bone marrow. That's a great line. You should write a book. It's great.
For boys. Anyway, with that, to stop some of the weakness and ignorance. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.